Hello everybody, I'm Darlene and I would like to welcome y'all to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making homemade beef vegetable soup. So our ingredients that we will be using today are, I have a little bit less than 1 pound of hamburger today. So if you have a pound, that would be good. This is almost a pound. And I have one celery, 3 carrots that I need to peel, 2 potatoes, 1 onion, and some garlic. I'm probably only going to use about 2 garlic, 2 or 3. And then I have a package. It's a 1 pound. It says a 28 ounce package of frozen mixed vegetables. 1 pound, 12 ounces. Okay. So, but it's frozen mixed vegetables. And I have garlic salt as well as my garlic. I might use it, I'm not sure. And then some Italian seasoning, sorry, some salt and pepper. I have 1 can of diced tomatoes and a can of beef broth. It is a 14 ounce, as long as you got some kind of canned beef broth. And if you don't have beef broth, this soup will still be very, very tasteful. So that's okay. And I'm putting in a package of beef stew seasoning mix. That's also optional. And it just gives it more flavor, both of those. And then I have a box of elbow macaroni. I'm only going to use half of this, so you only need 1 pound. This is a 2 pound box, so just use 1 pound. It'll be plenty. And then I have a jar of pasta. This is my spaghetti sauce, any kind of spaghetti sauce. I prefer to use that instead of tomato sauce. If you would rather use 2, 14, 15 ounce tomato sauce cans, that's okay. You can do that, 2 cans. But I like my spaghetti sauce. I use it in everything. It's just so good, it has that much more flavor. And then I have a box of onion soup mix, onion soup dip mix. Anyway, I'm going to use 1 package of onion mix. It just adds to the flavor. You don't have to have it. So, because we are putting an onion in it, I like to put a little more. I try to pack it in. That's why it's so flavorful. So anyway, that's all of my ingredients, and we will get started. So let me do a quick close-up for y'all on the ingredients. I've started doing that, and I hope that it helps y'all. There you go. This I will start in. And and I'm going to use just a little bit of olive oil. Sorry. Okay, y'all. I had to find my olive oil. I'm sorry, I forgot about that one. So I will be using that in a minute. And I'm going to move all this stuff out of the way so that I have room to work. The first thing I'm going to do, I need to peel a carrot. Only doing 1 for the moment. I'm going to do my onion. Making a mess. This soup will be full of flavor. I know that you guys will love it. I love soups, especially in the winter. Anytime, really. Soups are great. Very comforting food. Peel a couple of potatoes. I'm only doing 2 potatoes, so that's good. First thing I need to go ahead and do is get my olive oil in here and let it get warm. Get it started while I'm cutting all that up. And I'm going to put about 1.5 tablespoons That's about right. About 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. Or any oil. You can use the vegetable oil. That's perfectly fine. That will work just fine. I just liked olive oil. I started using it and everything, and I like it. It's supposed to be healthier, and that's why I'm doing that. But I used to always cook just with vegetable oil, and that's fine. That's what you have. That's what you can use. That's fine. Let me wash this off and my carrot. I peeled it. I didn't have to wash it since I peeled it, but I did. Take the end off of that. I want to do my carrot first because it takes longer. It's harder. And I'm cutting it into thin slices. You can do these as thin as you possibly can get them. It's up to you. This is going to be our soup base. So these are going to cook down and kind of disintegrate. They make your soup, they give it a little bit of a thicker consistency later, but the main thing is it gives your broth a wonderful, deep, rich flavor. And that is why I'm putting them in it. And they will simmer. They will simmer and just fall apart. So that's why you do want these to be very thin. Okay? And it's only 1 carrot. Just 1. And the onion and the garlic are going to be the same. So you won't even know there's garlic in there. Unless you put, well, unless you put a big chunk or something. I mean, but I won't have garlic that you have a pieces in this meal. There we go. There's that one. Let's put that over here. I have a bowl. It's getting warm. It doesn't matter what size. The onion's not going to take as long as the carrot does. And it's all going to just simmer down. Way down. So you can cut them big, small, it doesn't matter with these. Want to get them in the pan and get them sauteing and simmer down. I'm not going to put these in. And I can smell the onions already. It's getting to my eyes. Got the onions in there, sauteing. And I have it down on medium, so they're kind of cooking quick. They're doing great. I'm going to put the carrots on in. And get my onion and garlic going. Now see garlic? You can get it in the big cloves. That's what it looks like. It's got a papery thing all around it. And it has several of them in it. And you have to kind of get into it and pull them apart. I hope y'all can see this. I'm just pulling them apart. That is a garlic. It pulls out. It's got that paper. See that on the edge? Pull off as much as you can, and then I cut the very ends of it. I hope y'all can see that. The very ends off. I cut them off, and now I can cut the rest of it. I can slice it up, or I can use a a garlic press and squish it, something like that, I'm going to use 2 or 3 of these. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put another spoon, another 1½ tablespoons in here, because these are going to cook down a little bit, or at least 1. Okay, so it's at least 2½ total so far of olive oil in here, or vegetable oil, whatever you have. It's going to take me just a minute to get these garlic in here. Gotta cut the ends off. I like to use fresh garlic. It's actually healthier for you to have any kind of fresh vegetables and fresh garlic, onion, anything like that. It's good to have it fresh, but if you don't want to, you can use the garlic salt, garlic powder. If you don't like garlic, that's fine. You don't have to put it in here. I like garlic. I found out it was really good for your health and your body, and it's good for you. A lot of different ways it's good for you. Now, I told everybody that on the end, I would take my knife and I would squish them. Well, I have damaged my arm, my knuckle, whatever you want to call it there, so I can't do that today. So I am going to have to slice them up into little bitty pieces. I wish that I had a garlic press, but I don't. But, whoops, that was 2 in 1. Did you see that? It fell out. Okay, so I'm just going to try to slice this as thin as I can. It's still got one of these cut paper on it, papery thing. I'm just going to try to slice it as thin as I can. It'll cook down in that anyway, so it's okay. It'll really simmer. By the time we get to eating the soup, it'll either be real tiny pieces or disintegrated. Either way, it'll be alright. We like garlic. But if you have a garlic press, or like I say, garlic salt, that's totally up to you. And these are slicing really well. I've had some that are really hard in the past. These are doing wonderful. That's good. That is good. Just slice them up. Yeah, so some are soft, some are hard. These right here are nice and soft so far. Yeah, they're doing great. These will be great. I know that a lot of y'all like watching me to teach things step by step. And this is the way I like to teach y'all, and just do it as I go. It's a lot easier. That way I know what I'm doing. I can just tell y'all as I go, and whatever I do. So I'm really glad that y'all are liking how I'm doing my videos. I'm really glad. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm slow, but thank you very much for comments. And thank you for being so kind. And thank you for watching my videos all the way through. A lot of times, when you do that, I'm able to tell y'all different little secrets and odds and ends that will help y'all in these dishes and in other dishes. Or just other little tips like on gardening or different things. You kind of learn my style and how I do things. But I really appreciate y'all taking the time to watch me do these things. Okay, so that's just going to simmer. I got the, I now have the garlic in there as well. So now, those are what's going to cook down. Let me get my celery in there. That's going to cook down. Now my celery, I knew to do it last here because celery doesn't take very long. it's softer. Now my videos are, I guess you can say, real life, real time. For how long it takes to do something. And you can cook right along with me. I think that it's probably good to watch the video to see every little thing I do, because sometimes I have had to change a couple little things and tweak them as I go. So that if you watch my video one time, then maybe you can catch if I make a mistake or have to correct something. And then the next time when you watch my video and cook right along with me, you'll know what I'm kind of about to do and everything, and that makes it easier, and you can have all your ingredients and just follow along with me. So I hope that really helps y'all. I'm going to go ahead and put this celery in here now. Let it cook down. Let it cook. Put a little pinch of salt and pepper in here. I just shake it in. That's how I cook most of the time, especially with salt and pepper. Now some things I will tell you exactly a teaspoon or a tablespoon or whatever, but a lot of things you will see me just put it in. If it needs to be measured, I will tell you the measurement. Cooking down a little bit. Oops! See the things I do? See, real life. That's what you get here. Real life. See if I can pick that up. Put that back in there. My countertop was clean before I got peelings on it, but anyway, that's clean. I know I'm funny. I know y'all laugh at me sometimes. That's okay. That's okay. So, let me get all of my mess cleaned up here. Put my garlic back in there. Clean all this up. Y'all know I like to clean as I go. It just helps. That's what I do. And I have to peel some more carrots. Now this is not to go in here yet. This is just... Okay, y'all, so my battery died on me. Happens. Anyway, so I went ahead and peeled my 2 carrots that I have here. I have 1 potato I peeled earlier. And I'm working on 1 more potato. Put that back over here. I had to fix my camera. Just turn that back on. I just need it to be on a medium low. So I'm going to do this one. I do it that way. It just helps me to be a little bit faster at peeling. It might be a little noisy doing that, but that's what I do. Okay. They definitely need it. I mean, wash your potatoes. They definitely need it. And give me just a moment. So, a lot of people, well, not a lot, but I've had few people ask me that they didn't know that you were supposed to peel your carrots. Now, you do, these long ones. Now, the little baby carrots that you get in the store in the bags, the little ones, you don't have to peel baby carrots. But the big ones in the big bags, you do want to peel those. They have an outside on it, and you want to peel it with a peeler. The same thing as a potato peeling. You know, now red potatoes you don't have to peel. You would want to wash them. And if they've been in a garden or even in a store, really you want to wash them really good. But like Idaho potatoes, or is it russet potatoes with the brown peeling, you definitely want to peel them if you're going to cook them like this, or you need to scrub them really good with soap. they had dirt on them. You're eating dirt and gritty stuff in your teeth. If you're going to bake them and you're not going to eat the peeling, you can just kind of wash them off with water and then wrap them up and bake them. But if you're going to eat the peeling, then you need to wash them really good. So anyway, just a couple of hints there. But yeah, you do peel your carrots too. And I peeled them. I cut the ends off of them, peeled those. So I'll go ahead and get these cut up. Now I'm going to cut these in small pieces. Well, just regular chunks. These are going in our soup. I'll show you when I get to a bigger piece. These are going to be in our soup. They can be a little chunky. So we wanted those to disintegrate, kind of. These are just good sized little chunks here. They will have plenty of time to cook in the soup. They're flying. They'll have plenty of time to cook in the soup and to get tender. Whoops, I'm making a mess. Now, if you don't have time and you don't want to do this part, that's really up to you about this part cooking down. It makes your soup taste so much better. For years, I never did this. I just put my mixed vegetables in boiling water and cooked them and added my pasta and my hamburger, and I had a vegetable beef soup. Well, you can do that if you want a real quick soup. This one doesn't take that much longer, but this right here, I learned these. I studied up and learned how to make some really good soups. And this is your base. This is the part that really makes your soup pop with flavor. This is good. I learned this from some chefs. So there's some different little secrets out there that I will try to tell y'all about. I told y'all I would. If you stick with me, I know that some of my videos are kind of long, and I show you step by step on how to do everything. I do that. I've had a lot of people that have actually said they like me doing it that way. That way they can cook along with me and make the same thing. And my stuff is like, it's real time. You see how long it takes me to make something. Well, that's how long it's going to take you. You can stop the video, you can pause it and do what I do, watch some more, pause it, whatever you need to do. But I want to be able to teach y'all, and it's easier for me to teach as I go. That way I don't miss anything to teach you. Okay, this here is cooking down some. Those are cooked. That's cooking pretty good. Let me get these vegetables going. I'm talking, but I feel like that stuff's important to tell y'all. And I want y'all to understand why I do some of the things I do, and some of the little hints that I can teach y'all. Because it helps. It takes years to learn some things. Now you guys have YouTube. I didn't have YouTube growing up. I had to learn from experience. I sure did. But I had some good people to learn a few things from. And I enjoyed cooking. I tried to be a stay-at-home mom, but I ended up always working part-time jobs. Always. It just works out that way for people, you know. But I did get to be home most of the time and take care of my family. And I loved cooking for my family. I did. I felt like I had a real good purpose, you know. And I loved my family. I loved being home. Let me put this in here. Yeah. Put my carrots in there. Put them in the wrong bowl. I'll put them in there. I'm going to put my potatoes in here because I want to rinse my potatoes off. Potatoes need rinsed off again. And that has a brown spot in it. You can just cut it out. There's a bit of brown spot in there. Just cut it out. Well, I got a bad potato. Oh, this is not cool. You get a bad spots, just cut them out. Best you can. That happens. Okay, cut that out. And get these cut up. They don't have to be real big or real small. Actually, smaller than I meant them to be, but these are going to cook down some. These will help to make your soup thicker. So I really do appreciate y'all watching my videos all the way through. A lot of times if you do watch them all the way through, you'll learn a few different little things that I can tell y'all about, but I know that my videos can be long, and some people want to learn something real quick, but this is the way I teach. Some things I'll get quicker at. I'm finally mastering the camera a little bit better. Instead of scooting it around. Some of these, yeah, some of them are bigger, some of them are a little bit littler, so it's okay because they're going to cook down. I found some more brown spots. These are little ones, I'll just cut them out. Find spots in your potatoes. The whole potato is not shot. It's just, you just need to get rid of that bad spot. That's all. Alrighty, there we go. That's enough. Now, I will take this and rinse them off. Because your potatoes, they have a starchiness to them. Now, right now, I want to rinse these off. But the rest that's in it will help to thicken the soup. I put water in it and just rinse it around with my hands. There we go. Okay. Now there's different things that I say and do as to teach even young people that haven't had any kind of experience cooking, or older ones that just, you have your people that have had to work all their lives and they never learned to cook. Or, you know, they're just so busy working, they don't have time. So, I can teach them a few different things that help them out with cooking now when they get a chance. And, you know, people's lives are just different. Some people have more time doing this and that, and others don't. So what I'm going to do now is fill up a pan with a little bit of water. It doesn't have too much water. This is kind of a smaller pan. I'm going to put my mixed vegetables in it. I didn't put a whole lot of water in it. It's not even half full, but you just want enough to cook your frozen vegetables and the potatoes and carrots, okay? So, actually I'm going to pour a little bit of this water out. I don't know if it's too much. the time I get those things in it. So I'm just going to bring this to a boil, put some salt in it. It'll make it get hot faster. Salt. Turn that on to high. Let that come to a boil, and then I'll put my mixed vegetables and my carrots and potatoes in it. So now I'm going to. I can't do that. Let's see. I'm getting a bowl. I'm going to put this. Ooh, that's something else. It smells good too. It really does. There's so much flavor in there. That is full of flavor. Yum. I'm going to put it in a bowl right now because I'm going to put my hamburger in here. I don't want to cook it with my hamburger yet. I just like to put my hamburger in it by itself and cook it, and then I'll put it back in it. There we go. Got good old onion flavor all over my spoon. Yum. That's so good. Okay, I'm putting my hamburger in here. Oops. My pan is already hot. Tear my meat up. Don't touch my pan right now because it's hot. Now, if you have steak, stew meat, it can be, steak that's into little squares. You could use that and brown it and use it in this recipe. Hamburger, I think, is cheaper. It's just easier. I'm going to use my beef stew meat to make a beef stew. Yeah. And that's what I'm going to show you on another recipe. Now that one does not use mixed vegetables, anything like that. It's different. And hopefully y'all will check that one out. I hope y'all like that video too. Of beef stew. Ooh, it's hot. Getting too hot for me. Wash my hands. I have hamburger all over them. Anytime you deal with meat, wash your hands. Hamburger, chicken, especially chicken, pork, wash your hands often. Okay, there we go. I can turn this down a little bit so it can cook. Bring it back to medium. Hamburger, let it brown. As soon as that comes to a boil, I'll put my other stuff in there. I'm putting all of my scraps in a thing here. My husband puts it in his compost pile for our garden. It helps to give you good soil for your garden. Dirt. It turns into dirt. It turns into soil. It helps you, but it takes time to break down to do that. And the trash can. Okay. Let me clean up a little bit while that comes to a boil. Almost there. This in here. And let me bring my camera up closer for y'all. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. This has come to a boil. I'm going to put my carrots in. I need to cook a little while. My mixed vegetables. They're trying to thaw out a little bit on me. I'll let them cook for about 2-3 minutes before I put the mixed vegetables in there, because they are harder than the mixed vegetables would be. So they'll take just a few more minutes. And then we will put the potatoes in as well. This here's cooking down, browning. I don't want it to cook too fast. I'll turn it back down a little bit. I kind of turn the temperatures up and down. I try to cook kind of quick so y'all don't have to wait forever, but I don't want it to cook too slow or too fast. Yeah, my stuff's kind of real time. I hope that you guys like that. But like I said, it works for a lot of people that like cooking right along with me. They watch the video and turn around and watch it again and cook. And then they can pause it as they need to. And that's what y'all can do too. I hope you understand that. So, but I have had a few others that think I'm maybe doing things a little slow. I should cut some things out. And when I did, I cut some stuff out, and I had some people come to me and ask me, well, why'd you do that? Well, I was keeping up with you, and, you know. So, this is the way I like to cook it. This is the way I like to teach y'all. This is the way I think I'll keep doing it. It works for me, and it works for a lot of y'all, so that's fine with me. I do enjoy cooking, I really do. But when you take time cooking, your foods, they show it. You can taste it in them. And, well, that's what they say. When they say your food, you know, you have somebody that puts a lot of love into their food, that's because they're putting a lot of their time into what they're doing. And honestly, that works in everything in life. Whether you're cooking or making, sewing, or working a garden, if you're putting your soul and your energy into it, it shows. It shows. If you're going to do something, you might as well do your best, and it'd be great, you know. That's how I feel. Okay, this is browning up. It's probably just about done now. And I'm going to go ahead and put my carrots and stuff back in here. My onions and carrots and stuff that was cooking down. I'm going to go ahead and put them in here. My hamburger, actually I think it's just about done. It doesn't have to cook completely because it's going to keep cooking the whole time that you're doing your soup, because it's hot and it's going to keep cooking. I'm going to put this in here and get some more of that olive oil flavor out of that mold. If you have to cook with vegetable oil, that's totally fine. I did for years, and it tastes just fine. The olive oil actually gives it a pinch different flavor, but I like it. I've gotten used to it, and I love olive oil. I love it. Oh, yeah. Okay, now, this is going to cook here and simmer. Yay. Yum. That's going to be so good. Now we need to wash. Okay, now I'm going to put some more salt and pepper, Italian. My carrots are just about ready to go into that. And this one, I'm going to open up my tomatoes. Get a can opener. Give me a can opener. I don't know what y'all can see. There you go. I'm just opening up my tomatoes. Now at this point, I'm only going to put the tomato juice in at the moment. I don't really want to put my tomatoes in. I don't want them to turn to mush. So I'm just putting the liquid in out of my can. I didn't put the tomatoes in it yet. Okay. Some salt and pepper. This is going to simmer down, y'all. Pepper. I put a lot of pepper, but it's gonna fill up because it's gonna be a big soup. A little bit of garlic salt. I told y'all I might use this. Garlic salt? Yeah. And some Italian. Ooh, my lid came off. Okay, this is kind of flip up. Flip up. Okay, I'm just, it's probably like half a tablespoon, probably like 2 teaspoonfuls if you were measuring, but I like to cook like this. If y'all want less, y'all can put less, but I put a good bit, about 2 teaspoonfuls, and 1.5 teaspoonful. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put about a cup of water in with that right now. Cup of water. I'll make that 2 cups. 2 cups of water. Oops. There we go. 2 cups of water. And I'm going to go ahead and put my can of chicken broth in there. Okay? Can of chicken broth. I mean my can of beef broth. Beef broth. That's important. I hope I didn't tell y'all chicken at the beginning. It's beef broth. It's beef soup. Beef broth. I didn't cut. The lid didn't come off of that. I'm turning this up. We're going to bring it to a boil, and we're going to let it sit and simmer for about 20 minutes. This takes longer. Boy, does it make your soup good, though. It really does. If you have time, then do it. If you have time, it's a very good step. Like I said, I did not know this for years. Take a little extra time, put a little extra love in it. If you have time, it's nice. I understand a lot of people, you don't have time. I know that. There we go. Now we're just going to let this sit and simmer. Boil, a low boil simmer. I got to wait till it comes to a boil first, so I'm going to turn it up. Let it come to that boil. I got to get these in here. Going to put this in here. My carrots, I'm sure, have gotten a little bit tender. I'll have to cut this bag, I think, some more. Okay. Like I said, this one is a 28-ounce bag. 28 ounce. You can put 2 small bags in it. I mean, you can put whatever you have, whatever you've got handy. But you do want to have a pretty decent amount of vegetables, if you like vegetables. I hope you do. Let's see. come to a boil. Again. Well, wait. They both got to come to a boil. Both of them. I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, everybody. So my soup base here has come to a boil. I'm gonna have it. It's close to medium, but it's a little bit higher than medium. Do not turn it up to medium high, just closer to medium. And I'm gonna put the lid on it and let it simmer. And then this one here's come to a whole boil. I'm gonna let it boil. I'm gonna let it cook. There's carrots in there. All that was cooking and really, really good. Isn't that colorful? Look at that. Look at all our vegetables. That looks great, don't it? Yay! Let it cook. This in here, I'll show it to you close up. I've moved the camera. Look at that. Look at that. All that flavor. Excuse me. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put my potatoes in this one because it's going to be simmering, and I'm going to have it cook for about 20 minutes, and then I'll come back in here. But at the end of 20 minutes, this will be ready, simmered down, and potatoes will be softer. They won't be totally done, but they'll be pretty soft. And then this here will be done. I'll put this in here, and we're going to make our macaroni, and then we'll let it simmer a little bit more. So I'm going to put the lid on here, let that simmer. This thing can boil really good. I'll turn it down just a little bit. I've got it on high because I wanted it to get hot. I'm going to put it on medium high, in between medium and high. For that one, the vegetables will be cooking. This in here, I put the potatoes in, it quit boiling. Turn it up a little bit. How about medium high? That'll bring it up. If it starts boiling too much, I'm going to turn it back down a little bit. But I want this to simmer and cook really good for about 20 minutes. Yeah, about 20 minutes. Okay? So I'm going to put a timer on. And I'll check it at 20 minutes. Okay, I'll be back in 20 minutes. All right. Okay, y'all. So I did have to go ahead and I put a lid on both of these. I did turn this one down not long after I turned it down to medium low. This one is down on medium. My vegetables, they're down on medium. I put the lid on. I didn't want to lose all of my liquid, my water. And this one here, whoo, that's hot. So, that one has simmered down some. I put the lid on, it keeps my flavor in there. So that one, they did both cook. They're ready for me to go ahead and do some more stuff here. So let's see. This one. Actually, I'm gonna get something else going. Put this in right here, and I'm gonna turn this up on high because I'm gonna start our pasta. I have to cook on our macaroni. So I'm gonna fill this up with some water. It doesn't matter how much because I'll be draining it out. I'll try that, about half. About half full. This is about a 5 quart pan. So 3 quart might do it for you. But I like to use a bigger pan, that way I've always got extra room. So I'm going to put some salt in it. It helps it come to a boil faster. Helps your pasta to not stick together. So So I could put just a drop of vegetable oil in that water. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And it keeps your pasta from sticking together. So, as soon as that comes to a boil, we'll put our macaroni, half of this in there. So, this, woo! I am going to go ahead and put my tomatoes in here. And I'm going to go ahead and put this package, one package of this. There's usually, I think, 2 packages in these. Yeah. You can make soups out of them. You can make a dip for chips or crackers or something out of these. I like these. Onion soup, recipe soup and dip mix. And I use them to put, I like them in soup, I like them in dips. I've used them different ways. I only need 1 package and it's not carrying. I'm going to put this in here. It has its own onions and stuff in it too. Well, that's what it is, onions. That's the chopped up ones. If you don't have a package, if you don't have this, it's okay. You can cut up an extra onion, or you can do without it, or you can even use minced onion. That work. That gives you the extra onion flavor if you need that. Onion powder, whatever you have on hand. I mean, sometimes you just learn, kind of change up your recipe a little bit to what works for you. Let me see where my camera is. I guess I can leave it there. Already got the stuff in. Oops. So now, my beef stew mix, I shake it because that way all this that's up here will go down. That's why I do that. I don't want to open it and lose part of my package stuff that's in there. So let me stir this a little bit. I can turn this back up a little bit now. Let that simmer there. Mix it up. There we go. That'll be good. That's getting warm. I've got it on high. I'm not going to put this in yet. I don't want it to thicken. This here is going to make it thicken up some, and I don't want it to thicken yet. So it's going to cook some more while the pasta cooks too. So I'll put a little bit of my spaghetti sauce in it, maybe half of it at a time. I'll go ahead and pour it all in. It'll be okay. It'll simmer all this flavor in there. I'm going to rinse this out with a little bit of water. I never waste my tomato sauce in there. And it's a soup, so it's okay to add some water. Get all that good stuff out of there, even out of that lid. Good flavor. There we go. Turn that back up. Let it come back to a boil. Let it simmer. It's doing a lot of simmering. It's a soup. Mix that up. Oh, don't that already look good? Don't that look good? Yay! Oh yeah. Oh man, this smells good too. Y'all will like this, I know you will. Now I'm doing this a lot. It's nice to cook all in one pan, but I don't want my pasta sticking. I don't want this sticking on my vegetables. I did want to go ahead and cook this instead of having it wait. I'm going to put it in here. It's not going to, I don't know if it's going to fit in my pan. Let's try. I hope it fits, y'all. I think it might. It might. See, I got that liquid, all the water just coming out of my vegetables. It ended up being a perfect amount of water, not too much. It ended up just, you know, you don't want your vegetables to lose the water and stick, but you want it to have enough, you know, so it doesn't stick. But it's a soup, so it's okay to have some extra water. Not too much, but it fit perfect, didn't it? Wow, good. I love this pan here. It's like my favorite knife that I have. This thing's not it. I have certain pans I really like to work with, and I have certain utensils, knives, and that I really like. And y'all get your own favorites, I'm sure. I'm sure you have them. Oh, that looks so good. That looks so good. This is not like them cans you buy at the store. This is wonderful. Y'all make your own. You got to make your own. It's better than restaurant soup. It's better than canned soup. A lot of my foods, if only you could taste them, you'd really love them. You can make your own food. You can make it taste so good. You can do it at home. So yeah, I don't want it to stick. This pan is really good about not sticking. I've been blessed to have found this pan. I got this pan at Ollie's. I got this pan at Ollie's. Now, I'm sure they probably have it at Walmart or maybe Belk. This was, when I come back on here, I'll tell you the name of this, the name that was on this pan. I don't want to tell you wrong, so I need to double check it. And I just really like this pan, but I'll tell y'all the name of it. I kept the paper that came on it. I'm going to tell y'all who it came out by. Okay, my pasta water is cooking, getting hot. It's hot. It is hot. It's perfect. So it's starting to boil. I only want to put half of this box. All right. It's not come quite to a boil. I'm going to give it about 1 more minute, and then I'll pour it in it. You want your water to be boiling. If you don't have it really at a good boil, because when you put it in, it's going to kind of calm down anyway and not be boiling. You need it to be boiling when you put it in. And it cooks better that way, and it keeps it from sticking. This here, it's come up to a boil. I got to turn it back down. I don't want this to boil, this one. I want this one to simmer. Just a good simmer, not boiling. This does not need to boil. It needs to simmer. It's just getting all that flavor incorporated into it. That is so good. So, that one's going to simmer while my pasta is making. It's just about another 30 seconds, y'all. So, I'll be right back. Okay, I came right back. A little hint. 2 hints. One, when you do your potatoes or carrots, whatever, with your peeler, make sure to wash it off real quick. It'll rinse right off and dry it. Do not let these sit in the sink in water. They will rust. They'll rust. So just take care of some of your tools there. That's your kitchen tools. It's important. And the other thing, I forgot what it was. I forgot what it was. Oh well. Okay, I know what it was. My jars that I get, a lot of times I will wash them. They're just, if you rinse them out, it's already it's pretty good. It's not bad. Easy to wash. After your soup cools, make sure it's cooled. You can store it back in the jar, put it in the fridge. But do not put really hot stuff into this jar or it might pop. Okay? Make sure your soup is cooled for the evening and you get ready to put it back up. Then you can put it in here, but it must be cooled off. You don't want that glass popping. So I do that a lot. I use my jars a lot. They're handy. I put chicken broth in them after I cook my chicken. I got all that good chicken broth. It's a lot better than going to the store and having to buy a bunch of cans of chicken broth that are watered down. You might as well have your own and it be condensed, and then you just add water to your own. No, you're not buying all them cans of chicken broth or boxes that are mostly water. Okay, yum, that's going to be so good. So I'm going to turn this down. Now it came up to a decent boil, simmering, but I'm going to turn it down to medium low, and it's going to sit while I get this pasta going. That's at a good roaring boil there, and I'm going to pour half of this in there so that it's only 1 pound. Okay, that's probably good enough. I don't want to put too much. I'm not sure how big these macaroni are going to get. I could put a little bit more, and if I put too much, I don't have to put it all in my soup. That's about 1 pound. Okay, I'll do that. There we go. I got the wrong kind of spoon for my pan. I don't want it sticking. I mean, I don't want it scratching it. I don't need a metal one in my non-stick. I like non-stick pans. I also like plain old stainless steel, which I usually cook my pasta in. But I got this pan not long ago, and I love it. Love it. It's a nice size. So that's going to boil. I don't know exactly how long to tell y'all. I'll check it after about 10 minutes. This here is just simmering, and it's kind of really simmering. I'm going to turn it down some more. It's almost on low. So it's not medium low, but it's closer to low. Not on low, it's closer to low. And leave it there. Let this boil, good rapid boil. I'll stir it once in a while. I'll come back, probably 10 minutes. I'll let y'all know if it's about done there. So, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, everybody, it's been about 10, maybe 12, 13 minutes. And I did turn my pasta down a little bit. It's really been boiling. I turned this down to low, because it was just boiling too much. And so my pasta, it's probably done. I'll give it a couple of minutes while I put my package stuff in here. This is going to thicken this soup up. Now, you really don't have to have this if you like a good liquidy soup. I mean, this is really, really good. This is the way that I used to eat it. I mean, I haven't mixed it all up yet. And I like my soup to be liquidy, to be a soupy, real soupy. But this one, I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. And I'll tell you all the difference after I get it all together still. But this in here is this is gonna make it a little thicker. And that whole soup base that I did in the beginning when I cooked up the carrot and onions and celery and all that, that helped too. So I'm just gonna pour this in here. It has its own different flavors and spices or whatnot in it, kind of like a meaty gravy something, beef stew. It has a good gravy kind of flavor. It changes the flavor. It does change it. The way that I had it just now is really, really good. So y'all can try it both ways. Try it both ways. I know you will like it. You will like the way that I had it when you mix it with your spaghetti and add some more water to it. But I wanted to do this with it this time. It's good both ways. It really, really is. So you've actually got two different ways to make your vegetable soup. And even different, you can even make it different than that. Because there's so many things you could leave out that I did, or other things you may decide you want to add in. So I'm going to keep them. We'll turn this back up just a little bit because what am I doing? Italian. That's what I wanted. I'm going to put some more Italian seasoning mix in this. And I'm turning my pasta off. Putting this in here. It's more Italian. I like Italian. And I'm putting a lot. And I'm going to get this off the burner. I don't want it sticking. And it's just about to boil all of its water away. That's why I decided to go ahead and turn it off. And I will check that. I'm going to get a saucer real quick. I don't got a saucer. Okay, I got me a little bowl. And I'm going to put a couple of pieces of pasta in here. And see how tender that is. I want it to be pretty tender. Now, if you were putting it in your soup and letting it cook a little longer, then it's okay for it to not be quite done. But I don't want to put my soup all together and it cook more, because I did make a good bit. I don't want it to cook too much and my pasta turn to mush or anything, or my soup stick on the bottom, because when you make a lot of stuff, sometimes it'll try to stick on the bottom. That's why you got to stir it so much. You got to really watch it. Now, if you're staying in the kitchen like I did, I like to stay nearby stuff when it's cooking. So while it's cooking, you clean up your kitchen, do some of your dishes. Get your kitchen done at the same time. That way you already have all that done. It's not like you're waiting to cook and then after you eat you got a big mess to clean up. Cook it, clean up in between your different cooking things you're doing. Use that time while you're standing there in the kitchen to go ahead and wipe up and clean up and stuff. And then when you get done, you can relax. Eat your food and go relax. You'd only have a few dishes left after that. Especially after wonderful soup. Yum! This is going to be so good. I did turn it up just a pinch. I don't want it cooking. I'll let it slightly come to a boil. I really kind of change the temperature every once in a while. You see that? Let me check one of these. It's not quite ready, but it's going to sit inside the soup. It's soaking up all that water. I can't put it back in there to cook. I can't put it back on there to cook anymore. But it will probably get mushy anyway. So, what I'm going to do, this is going to come up just a little bit. I've got it on medium. It's between low and medium, okay? Between low and medium. Put that lid back on there. I'm going to rinse my pasta. Sometimes people won't do that. And I'm going to do half at a time. I've got a little one here. I'm going to pour a spoon, half of it in there at a time. And rinse it off. And I'll show you how I do that. On my burner, on my countertop. That'd be bad. I'm gonna put hot water in here. Get that hot. I don't want to make my pasta cold, so I'm running hot water over it to rinse it. Okay. I don't want it to stop cooking really, but I do want to rinse it. Some people will say don't rinse your pasta. It really kind of sometimes depends on what it is I'm cooking. But when I make soup or chili or something like that, I want to rinse my pasta because if you don't eat it all that day and you have it sitting in the fridge overnight, it changes. It's like it's not that it gets mushy, it's just different. I'm just rinsing this. And I'll put it in this other bowl here. It's okay if it still has some water in it because it's going into the soup. Okay, like I said, it's okay if it still has some water in it. That's alright. It's going into a soup. Okay. So that's turned off back there. And that one's bubbling a little bit. Let me check my camera. Okay. Okay, y'all. This is coming back up to a boil. I'm going to turn it back down a little bit. I just wanted it to get hotter again. Turn it down, 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 down. Now, that's a lot of pasta. Don't know if I'll use all of that. And I'm going to put on some water. I'm putting some more water on to boil back here because I'll be adding a little bit more to my soup as I get it all put together. And I'm going to go ahead. I have a huge pan. I have another big pan, but it's a little smaller, and I'm not so sure that it'll be big enough. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in my big one, and I'll show y'all how far it comes up. This one tells me whether it's 5 quarts, 6, 7, 8, 9 quarts, whatever. So I'm going to put it in here and get everything put together, and we'll see how high it comes up. This is done, and that's hot. Put my pot holder over here. And I'm going to have a lot of fun trying to put that soup in here. I'm not picking it up and pouring it. It'll go everywhere. Let me stir that first. Yeah, the gravy stuff in it made it thicker. It made it thicker. I do have to add some water to the soup as it's done, because if this pan was a little bit bigger, I would add water to it and let it simmer a little bit when I put that gravy mix. I call it gravy mix. It was the stew, which is kind of a gravy mix, and but that pan works well without sticking. I didn't want any of that sticking, and I can tell it's pretty thick on the bottom. If I had put it in here, and then, yeah, I can't crank this up because, I mean, it's pretty good on the bottom, but I don't want it sticking. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting this in here now. Just have to do it like this. Now see, all that work we did, it's making a lot of soup. It's not just a little pan of soup. And if you do that kind of work, you might as well get you a big pan of soup. You know, so it's worth doing all that, especially if you get you a big pan of soup, because the flavor is going to be absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Now that's down. I think I can pour it in. I just don't want it to splatter back at me. And that it definitely will do. I'll just keep doing this. This is working pretty good. All right. Now that right there, I can't read it. 4 quarts right there. Oops! It fell in. And the rest of that in there. Whew. And that's hot, y'all. I know y'all can't see too well. That other one is taking a while to get hot because I put so much water in it. I shouldn't have put that much water. Rinse that out. That is goodness, y'all. You don't want to lose any of that. That is so good. Yum. Yum. I'll put just a pinch more. Just a smidgen more. Rinse my pan out real good. Look at that flavor. Y'all, that is so good. That is what they call liquid gold. Liquid gold. All your flavor. That's what you want. I'm going to pour some of this water out. Maybe not. I might need it. I don't want to not have enough after all that. Because we're waiting on that, and it's already getting hot. So it's not boiling, but it's hot. So, oh my gosh. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Hope y'all can see that flavor. Look at that. Yum. 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 This is so good. This looks so good. It is so good. Now, I may end up only using half of this pasta. I'll know as I get it all together. Okay? I always end up making more pasta than I need. I'd rather have it than not. So that's a little bit more than half. A little more than half. Ooh. Yeah, I kind of put a lot of pasta in. Oh no, it'll be perfect. Because once I get just a little bit of water in there, I'm going to turn this burner on and just kind of heat this up a little bit as we're putting that water in here. And just let it sit here for a few minutes. I'm wanting to eat. This is so good. Now it's thickened. It's so thick. With all that pasta and all that in there. So, oh my gosh, that's so good. Yum. Look at that. Look at that, look at that. I made that. And you can make that too. Yeah. Y'all can do it at home. By yourself. It's good. It's worth it. If it's just you at home and you decide to do you some major cooking, well, you got some soup for a good while. You can freeze it. It wouldn't be as good after it's been frozen. After it thaws out. Pasta does different when it's frozen. But it'd still be really good. But you could put it in some jars and put it in the fridge. I don't really keep anything or trust anything if it's 2 weeks old or something. After about 10 days, I think I start getting weary. But it'll keep at least a week and a half, which is about 10 days in the fridge. Maybe longer, maybe 2 weeks, maybe. I say 10 days really. But yeah, put some in some, after it's real cool, you can even put it in freezer bags and put it in the freezer. It'd be good. It'd be good. So a couple of people could work off this soup for a good while. This is boiling. I'm going to go ahead and pour some in here. It's hot enough. Woo. And I should have measured it. I probably put a cup and a half. 2 cups. That's probably about 2 cups. Let me look. And it's still fairly thick. You can have it like this. You can put as much water in it and make it as thinner as you want, or keep it real condensed. You don't even have to add that water. That's really up to you. If you like super thick soup, your vegetable soup to be real thick, you don't have to add much water. I added, what did I say, 2 cups? Probably 2 cups just now of water. And it's hard to tell you. It's hard to tell you how thick it is. It's got the soupiness to it, but it has the, it's soupy, but it's thick soupy, okay? So, and that is, now with that little bit of water, it is 5.5. It's just over 5.5 quarts, excuse me, of soup. 5.5. I'm going to bring it up to 6. So I'm going to add 1, maybe 1.5 more water. I guess I could measure it. I'll measure it just to know for sure. Ouch, that's not quite a cup. Not quite a cup, so I'm adding, okay, so that would be about 1 1/4 cups. So about 1 cup and a fourth. 1 cup and a fourth. Okay, so another fourth. Another fourth. So a cup and a half. 1 cup and a half more. So that makes, I put 2 cups in it earlier, about a cup and a half, so 3.5 cups of water, okay? 3.5 cups of water total is what I have put into it. And I only did that because I didn't want to put that thick stuff in it earlier and boil it. And I could simmer it. It's on medium low right now. I could let it sit here. You could eat it now, or you could let it sit here for about 10-15 minutes. That would make the flavor go into that water better. If you're patient and you have that time, let it sit here for 10 or 15 minutes and simmer on a medium low heat. Right now it's coming up. Okay, so I'm going to put it on medium low, right there in the middle. Medium low, and I'm going to let mine sit there for a minute. But I am going to taste of it right now, just to let y'all know. I only put half that pasta in there, and it's going to depend on what it tastes like, to whether I put any more water or any more pasta. So, move that out of the way. I'm going to taste of this. You have to taste your foods to know what it tastes like. All good cooks taste their food. If you don't, you don't know how it tastes. Don't give it to your family unless you taste of it. Let me find me a spoon. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's excellent. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Even with me putting that water in it. And I wanted it to have some water. I like soupy. Just a little bit, not too much. I don't know. It's what I call between thick and soupy. This is still fairly thick. Y'all would love this. It's so full of flavor. Oh my gosh. Now, I came from a family of 8 kids. And we were blessed to get what we got. We had to always stretch food to make sure that there was enough. And I myself, I have 4 kids, and they're grown. I now have a couple of grandkids. We had to stretch food too. So like this soup, I would add more water to it. I would add water, probably another 4 cups. And we would eat crackers, with it, to stretch it more. We just had to. But this here is very condensed. It's very good. It's thick. It is so full of flavor. You guys will love it. So it's depending on how you have to do for your family. You always need to learn different secrets, and then you can tweak things your way to make them work for you. And like I said, just always taste it. And you learn how much of this and that to put in them. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That is so good. This is better than any canned food, any canned soup. It's better than a restaurant. So this is my restaurant food. And you can have your own restaurant food. Serve to your family your food and your stuff. You make it. How about spilled it on me? This is good. This is so good. Now, I could add a little more water to this and just let it sit here for 10 minutes, and it'd be all in that too. I mean, it really just depends on how thick you want it. Gosh. I need to let that sit for a few minutes. I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes. And it's kind of be up to you guys how long y'all want to cook yours. This has so much flavor. Oh, that's just good. I think I put 1 cup. I put 3.5 cups of water a while ago. 3.5. So I'm going to put a half more. Okay? I get it measured right. Okay, about a half more. 4 cups of water. 4. That's perfect. That will be perfect. Oh my goodness, this is so good. And I'm going to let it simmer. I'm going to turn it down to, well, that pan's getting hot. Medium low. Closer to low than medium. A lot closer to low than medium. Okay? And let it sit there 5 minutes. 5 to 8 minutes. That'd be good. So I shall be back. I'm going to turn off the camera for a minute. Yum. Y'all, this is good. Well, the pasta, this is just good. Y'all are gonna love this just like this. Just like that. I still have a lot of pasta. What am I gonna do with my pasta? What am I gonna do with my pasta? I want to put it in there, but then I'd be wanting to add more water. I'll use my pasta. I'll use this pasta in another dish. We used more than half. I think we used at least half of that. So instead of 1 pound, you could do a half a pound. You could do a half a pound if you want to. So I used a whole pound cooking this. It only has half a pound of pasta in the soup. Okay? That big old pan of soup. Yum, yum, yum. We'll let it sit. We shall let that sit. I hope y'all like this. I'm thrilled, y'all. Yeah, I'm so happy. Okay. Whew, that's heavy. I'm going to put mine on. Go down. It won't work. 8 minutes. I'm going to put it on 8 minutes. It's on almost low, medium. There. Wrong lid. This one. Okay. Okay. So, I'll be back in 8 minutes, okay? Okay, y'all. So, it has cooked 8 to 10, actually it's cooked about 10 minutes. And I cleaned up a little bit while it was simmering. And just turned it on down to low. And it's perfect. It's going to be perfect. Now, what I wanted to tell you guys was, let's see. I have another pan. See, I don't think it would have fit in this pan. I really don't. But one reason I didn't put it in here also, besides fitting in it, was it's a nice pan, but it has a thinner bottom. If you have a pan that has a thin bottom, it's more likely to stick. And that is what I did not want. So this one here has a thicker bottom. And I really like that. If you can invest in some really good pans, it helps. It really is. It's just like a man has his tools for working in the garden or working on cars. A woman needs her tools for the kitchen, for cooking. And I have found that through the years. It's like I have thrown away so many pans because they cost less. I bought the less expensive ones. It's what I needed to do at the time. But they didn't last as long. So when you can get you some good pans, it's worth every penny. It really is. Good utensils. Yeah, what you need in the kitchen, it's your tools. You need good tools. Okay, and the other thing, let's see, that was those pans. I told you that I would tell you about this pan that I got, which I love, and it was not real expensive. I think I paid about $30 for it, and I love it. Now, this pan, Cravings by Chrissy Teigen. I love it. I love it. Stainless steel. It's about a 5 quart thing, 4.5, 5 quart, I think. I love it. Love it. Now, I had told y'all that I would tell you that, so I wanted to make sure I did. And now, our soup looks absolutely wonderful. It smells good. It's perfect. Y'all, this is just absolutely perfect. It's heavy. I hope y'all like this. Boy, I hope you like this. So good. I know you'll like this. I just want you to try it. I want you to try it. Look how thick that is, though. So you can make it as thin as you like. That's up to you. This is thick. I mean, you could easily, this is 6 quarts. You could easily bring it up to 7 without it affecting the taste much. Bring some water into it, or even 8. This is thick. This is so good. It's so condensed and it's good. But y'all make your soup the way you want. I'm gonna plate me up some, bowl it up. So yeah. Ooh-wee. I am gonna let it cool off because this is hot. Yum. Look at that. Even my potatoes didn't turn to mush. There's a potato right there. Potato there? Yeah. I really thought they would simmer, cook away, but they didn't. Yay! A couple of them. Brown carrots. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That's so pretty, and it's just as tasty. Look at that. Wow. Yay! Just a moment. Okay, y'all. I'm not really sure how in focus some of this is. That's why I wanted to do this. I hope y'all can see. I think it kind of does better when it's away. There we go. I hope y'all like this. Yay, I'm not holding that up to the camera. I'll spill it everywhere. Okay. Okay, so I got it in our bowls. I'll put the lid on that. Turn that off. And I've got my husband's ready too. He likes his to cool off a little bit before he eats, so yeah. Anyway, our Father in heaven, I thank you for blessing me and giving me talents to be able to cook and make good meals for my family and for my viewers. Father, thank you for those talents. Thank you for your Son. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your guidance. Father, I pray that you bless me and my family and my viewers. I pray, Father, that you bless this food and help it to nourish my body, and help us all to make right choices and to stay in your will for our lives, Father. Thank you, Father, for everything you do for us. I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, Father. All right, so I get to try this. I let it cool off just a little bit. Yeah, it's cooled off a little bit. This is good. Look at that. Y'all, this is great. I love it. I'm so proud of this. All the tastes, all the flavors, you guys will love it. This is, when you cook it like that and make that what I call the base, it really gives it an exceptional flavor. And that is what chefs do. They know how to do that. They take the time to do that. It takes time to really cook a good dish. I mean, even if you are in a hurry, it does taste good and everything, because I used to do everything in a hurry. And but really, this only took a little bit more. It was a matter of chopping up that onion, garlic, carrot, onion, garlic, and carrot. Yeah, that's all I put in the base. Yeah, and celery. That's right, celery. Onion, garlic, carrot, celery. So, get my words right. And I simmered them down in that little bit of olive oil before I made the hamburger in it. Now your chicken soups are the same way. Any kind of soup, really. If you have do some kind of base, it helps to infuse some flavors in there. I love it. I love it when the flavors come out. I love it when a dish is perfect. And I love being able to share it with you guys. So, wow. I hope y'all try this. It's wonderful. It really is. Now, I take a little longer because I did a lot of talking and stuff. I love vegetables. I love pasta. Now, this only took me, I didn't even have a whole pound of hamburger. I had less than a half pound of hamburger, and I said that was like 6 before I made this bowls. 6 quarts of delicious soup, and it has plenty of meat flavor because it was simmered like that. When you do that, it gives the soup and everything time to get all the flavors incorporated into it. And you would know it's so good. You vegetarian people would like this one. You meat people would love it too. But like I said, this is a soupy. It's thick. See how thick that is? That's thick. But it's got that soup in it. Look at that broth. Look at that broth. That is so good. It's thick, but it's soupy. It's perfect. My man likes soup like this. Thick soup. Stick to his bones soup. I do too. It'll fill you up too. It'll stay with you. I know you guys will like this. Yeah, I know y'all will like this. This is so good. So, I hope y'all try it. And I hope you like it. If you do like it, please give me a thumbs up. And leave me a comment. And please subscribe to my channel. And you'll see a lot of new things I'm putting out. I put out main dishes, side dishes, desserts. I will put out some breads, pies, cakes, cookies, everything you can think of. I'm putting it all out there. It's taken me a little bit of time to get them done, but I'll get them out there. And I hope that y'all try them. I hope that you like them. And thank you so very, very much for watching my videos. Thank you. Thank you. As always, bye. That is so good.